Good morning, people. Watch Woman 65. Lisa Boyce here. I got a article off of News Max this morning about this virus. First of all, before we start, I wanted to thank all the new subscribers, and I just want to continue to give you hope that we're going to be gone soon. I know a lot of people are worried, like, why are we still here? That's a good question, but God is in control and He knows the right time. But we'll be gone. We'll be gone soon. But I got this article off of Newsmax, and it says that 86% of people infected with coronavirus are undiagnosed. That's what I was saying yesterday. No, excuse me. They hope to get this curve lowered. But the bottom line is that when more and more people are coming up positive with this disease, not to mention the healthcare workers and the first responders, and the fact that they don't have any equipment or any supplies. Factor all that in, and it's going to be difficult to really diagnose people with this thing. People are just going to be coming up with this. I doubt seriously if the boys go back to school. They got a date of April 6th or somewhere there. I doubt seriously if they go back to school this year. Some states have already closed their schools down for the year. California and I think Kansas City. So this study says that 86% of the people infected with coronavirus are undiagnosed. 86% of people infected with this virus are walking around undetected, according to a study released Monday in the journal Science. It's the undocumented infections which are driving the spread of the outbreak. You think? They said the global coronavirus pandemic has affected more than 180,000 people. In my honest opinion, that number is much higher than that. And killed more than 7,500. That number also is much higher than that. The outbreak has forced lockdowns in major cities and hit the stock market especially hard. Stuart Varney was on Fox 8 News this morning. The futures for the stocks are negative again. They don't know, and he said they're not going to be able to come out of this the way how devastating the stock market has been. This is a blow to the economy, and it's going to get worse. The outbreak has forced lockdowns of major cities, hit the stock market hard, and several economists saying the recession has already started. The rapidly spreading virus will likely strain Americans' healthcare system, though many in the U.S. have not tested because there aren't enough tests available. That's another problem. There's not enough testing kits available to get tested for this thing. This is awful. My husband came home from work yesterday. The grocery stores are empty. He works as a supervisor at a grocery store. He works for curbside, which means people can call in their groceries and they can come and get them. Well, there isn't enough to stock for the groceries for the people's request. There's no paper products. He said the pasta aisles are empty. No eggs, very low milk, no meats. The trucks come in with 10 pallets. Trucks normally come in with 100 pallets. Let that sink in for a minute, because that means that they're going to start rationing food. I've already got reports that National Guard units are in people's area. That means they're going to start clamping down. Because remember, the president said that he's given the governors whatever tools they want to use. That means that they can start martial law or medical martial law. They can call it whatever politically correct name they want to is medical martial law. They can start that on their own at the state level. They don't need the president's approval to do this. The president has given their approval to do what you want to your state, to protect your state. This thing has hit the stores terribly. He works for a major grocery chain. That is huge. This store is big. It's normally open 24/7. But they've cut the hours back. There is nothing there. There is no eggs. As soon as this stuff is put out, it's gone. People are coming in very upset, but it's not the worker's fault. That's just the way it is. They're going to close the deli where he works at because they don't have supply. They want the people at the grocery store to wipe down everything. How are they going to wipe down everything when they don't have the supply, the sanitation, the disinfecting wipes to do it? They don't have it. This disease is going to spread more and more. But like I said yesterday, that's what you get for trying to divide the land that God has given to Israel. This is a trickle effect. Now, can you imagine what's going to happen when the church is finally gone? Just let that sink in. It's going to be chaos here. Dr. Anthony Fauci said that it is failing. He's the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. At the House briefing last week, he said the system is not geared to what we need right now. Shaman and his colleagues, using computer modeling, tracked infections before and after Wuhan, China imposed a travel ban. They found that undocumented infections were behind 2/3 of the reported patients. The majority of these infections are mild with few symptoms at all. That's another thing. You don't know who's carrying it and who's not. I could be a carrier. My husband could be a carrier. We don't know. People may not recognize it, or they think they have a cold. It will continue to present a major challenge to the containment of this outbreak going forward. Now, I'm going to say something. People, and I listened to the briefings yesterday. I listened to McConnell. I listened to Pence, the president. I listened to all the doctors. Of course, they're going to put the focus back on them and what they can do. It's a typical thing. Trump is, and I support him. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing the man, but he's very arrogant. So, it's all going back to what they can do, what they will do, and how they will get through this. Nobody is putting the focus on God. Nobody is recognizing that, maybe, to put it in street terms, maybe God is pissed at what we've done. And maybe let's take a look at what he says in his word. I guarantee you, if that happened, things would change. But that's not going to happen. Because prophecy says it's not going to happen. Prophecy also says that the church is not destined to God's wrath. And that we are gone before God's wrath. Now, someone commented yesterday that said that I said that the Antichrist is not alive. I never said that. I said the opposite. I said the Antichrist is alive and well. He just don't know who he represents right now. We have speculation, but we don't know who. And quite frankly, I don't care. Because I know I'll be gone. We'll be gone before that happens. And it's going to happen real, real soon. I want to give you all a challenge and just go out whenever you can, if you feel led to do so. Tell people about Christ. Tell them tell them about the rapture, even if they don't understand. Just tell them. Tell them they don't have to do anything but believe in what he's done for them at the cross. That's the gospel. 1 Corinthians 15, 1 through 4. It's the gospel. Anything else comes up, I will be back later. Thank you.